Restaurants every day are having to close their doors because they're not willing to make the changes that are needed to improve their company. Reviews are often looked at as something negative, but in reality, they're really something you can use to your advantage to improve your business. If you don't take the negative reviews and turn them into something to fix the issue, then your business is going to fail inevitably. My team members and I met in a business class at University of West Georgia. One day we all decided that we were going to go hang out and get lunch together at the Irish Bread and Pub when we realized how poorly ran the restaurant was. We all of a sudden had this idea to pull all of our knowledge that we learned from college together and create a consulting company to help businesses like this with that problem. A family member of one of ours actually owned their own consulting company, so we had a lot of support and background knowledge so that we could get our business up and running from that point. We run our company around the slogan, "Our consults get results." We believe that every restaurant has the capability to be successful with just a little help and guidance. Sometimes all it takes to improve is just to someone with fresh eyes and experience to take a look. In order to communicate effectively when working with a restaurant, we hold bi-weekly meetings with the employees to give them advice on the next steps of what needs to be done for the progress. And as for the clients, we blast our changes through social media with improvements and everything like that. We're going to host a big event when all of the changes are finished. And our goal is to grow as a company where we can have branches all over to help restaurants all over America. For short term, we hope that we're able to build a decent clientele list as soon as possible. I'm Paige Trimble. I am a partner and co-founder of West Georgia Consultants, and I work in the social media side of the company. So what that means is that I help companies with all of their social media pages. I help boost them, show them the ins and outs of how to get those set up to where they will get all benefits from them and make sure they're getting the most out of all their things, because people in today's day and age, that's what they go to the most, is people with social media pages to see if that's where they're going to go eat their restaurants. Since social media is on a big uprise in today's day and age, this makes it a very big aspect for companies. The younger generation typically uses this more than they would use rating apps such as Yelp or Google and stuff like that. What the younger generation does is they go to your Instagram page, your Twitter, your TikTok, and sees what kind of vibe and what kind of things you offer through there, and that's what's going to make them decide if they want to come to your restaurant or not. The pub is located in Carrollton, Georgia, and has been open for many years. It's a bar and grill that serves mainly your typical bar foods with some items that differ, like a chicken teriyaki bowl. Most people go to the restaurant because it's right on the square, has a fun atmosphere, and it's definitely a staple piece for Carrollton. As for the competitors for the pub, there's basically three that are kind of like the top competitors, which is going to be your City Tavern, Chips Bar and Grill, and Jefferson's. Now, some things that have similar to each other is like it's kind of the same concept. Like they're all bar and grills where you go to watch sports games, eat bar food, do things like that, and then at nighttime they turn into late night bars. So they all do that, but they're not really the same vibes or food menu. They do all have bar food, but they all have their own twist to it. So it's all different types of food when you go to each. Now, Tab and Chips are both on the square with the pub, but Jefferson's is down the road, so that is a disadvantage for them. Now, I've gone through some of the reviews on different sites about the pub, and I found one that I've posted here that is a strength for them. It talks about how great their food was. They love this restaurant. They're from out of town. They'd love to come back. They even named off their favorite food that they got, their beers that they would recommend trying. So that's something really positive for them to have on their site. Also, another thing that I've seen is that people really enjoy the atmosphere that comes with the pub, and that's also something that benefits them as well. Now, on this review, they comment about how they've been coming here for years and years and that they are steady customers. They will continue to return. That's something that's really good and hard to do for a business. It's hard to find somebody that'll keep coming back over and over for years on end. That just shows a lot about your business. They've also had comments on their pages about a good location, which is very true. They're located right downtown on the corner of the square. So having people know where you are located and how great location is from your comments, that's a really good thing. I have also found some negative and poor reviews that have been posted for the pub. This one that I posted here is talking about how bad the food was, the portions were small. They even made a comment about how the Irish Bread and Pub is going downhill from where they used to be. And worst of all, they said how they will not be returning and they discourage others from doing the same. And that's something you never want to see posted. Here we have a comment talking about how horrible the food was. It was cold, everything was separated. They comment about how the portion sizes were very small. They said the meat tasted bad, the bread was stale. This is something that needs to be addressed immediately and fixed. There's also things about bad customer service that they have reviews on. They were able to produce managers when asked and things of that sort. Now, the reason all of this is so important to read and to really understand is because you need to see these reviews in order to know where you're going wrong. So from this, we can learn that the pub needs better customer service training. They need more qualified cooks so they can ensure the people that are cooking the food are doing what is right. They need a better hiring process so they can know who they're hiring and what they're going to offer. But with all this being said, we need these bad reviews so that we can turn them around and make them positive. So with that, we can make recommendations that are going to benefit your business in the long run. As for some opportunities for the pub, I feel that they could start a training course for their employees to work on customer service so that their customers are more satisfied with the way the employees are handling them, because you never want someone to feel like they are being talked down upon, not being waited on, things of that sort. They also could maybe look into why their food is being served cold so often, because this has also been an issue for them, and if they could get that handled, that would be great for them. I feel like some more opportunities that the pub could do is host maybe some game nights or some karaoke nights, things of that sort, to bring in more of a crowd for different things. They could have all kinds of parties for that. That's usually a big turnout for a lot of restaurants like the pub. As for threats, I feel like this comment right here is a really big one. We have our server being called out by name for the way that they treated the customers, the things they said specifically. This is something that cannot be happening, but even though this is a bad comment, we can use it to learn for the future. So we can take this threat and turn it into a positive. Now we know what we need to learn from it and use it to benefit us. Now, some more threats that have been coming our way are issues with our food. So what we need to do to fix this is we need to get with our cooks, have a whole new lesson training about what is expected from them, what's expected from our food, and what we need to improve all these issues. Maybe find out where we're going wrong, find out if there's a reason that our food is constantly being not consistent, cold, not tasting great, and figure out what the issue is there and fix that. So this here is what we call a SWAT chart. It stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So we often use these so we can see what all we have out there, our strengths, our weaknesses, and then what we can do to fix all of these things. So it just gets it all out there on a piece of paper in a chart so you can see what needs to be done. In conclusion, our company can help you be more successful with your restaurant. Reviews are very important when it comes to owning a business. This is a deciding factor for many people on if they're going to come eat with you or not. This is something that should be kept up with weekly. Again, keeping your customer happy is the key to having a successful business. If they enjoy their environment and they have a good customer service experience, this may be what makes them choose you over your other competitors. By working with West Georgia consultants, our customers have seen a double in their restaurant revenue and increase in regular customers. Contact West Georgia consultants at 123-456-7890 to discuss how we can make your restaurant the top of the charts. We will be giving each of you a West Georgia consultant t-shirt for your time with us. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for listening to our presentation, and I hope it really helps you with your business. Thanks, guys.